If you've ever wondered why victims don't come forward to sue their attackers, this is why. Kelsey Collins had had a really tough life. She'd witnessed abuse and was a victim during childhood herself. When she was 16, she started dating an older boy who flattered her with gifts and nice dinners. She was confused when he suggested that she could make a lot of money by selling herself. In her diary, she detailed how she was really thrown off by this and immediately said no, but he's very manipulative. And a short time later, she joined the other SWs in King County, Seattle. Her mom started to notice different cuts and bruises on her body, which she would attribute to accidents. And at one point during her work, she's even punished by being slashed with a box cutter. The ring eventually took her across county lines to start selling herself in Portland, and this is when she is arrested and booked. Detectives urged her to testify against her pimp, a man named Derek, who was actually charged with the trafficking of another 14-year-old girl, so he was like knee-deep in it. But Kelsey was terrified of this guy, and rightfully so because he'd hurt her before and he had connections. She eventually agreed to testify in Portland, but Kelsey was not given any kind of witness protection or police surveillance. She eventually agreed and testified in front of a grand jury and had another court date scheduled. However, at 5:30 p.m. on May 9, 2009, she said goodbye to her mom, and this was the last time anyone would ever see her. She had left to go hang out with her new boyfriend, a different one from before, but there was no record of her taking any public transportation, and she would have had to take it in order to get to his house. The next day was Mother's Day, which Kelsey would never have missed, and her mom reached out to Kelsey's new boyfriend, and he said that she never showed up that night. So her mom reported her missing to the Seattle police, but she followed up several weeks later to find that they'd done virtually nothing. And it wasn't until months later that Kelsey was even entered into the National Missing Persons database. So it's like the authorities wanted her to help them, but they won't help her. The fact that Kelsey was so terrified to testify against her pimp, I think, really points to her being in danger. And I do not think this is a case where she would just run away. So without Kelsey there to testify, charges against her pimp were dropped, but Derek was eventually convicted for another crime and sentenced to 16 years. Unclear if she's being held somewhere against her will, or if she was gotten rid of, or if she is in another state still stuck in that same ring that she was in before. I'm putting her missing persons poster and resources on the next screen.